Hey, I'm curious about something. What's your relationship like with spiritual guidance? And what does it mean to you? I've come across different takes on what it means for people. I remember this is a client years ago. She had said to me at a group channeling event, she had said, "Oh, you're so lucky. You always get guidance. Spirits are always telling you what to do. You don't have to guess. You just get the guidance right there." And I'm like, "Oh, I do?" Because that hasn't been my experience. And furthermore, I don't think I would like to have that kind of experience with channeling or any kind of spiritual guidance because I'm independent. I'm way too independent to do what the unseen tells me to do. But I've come across that a lot. Different channelers, different healers, intuitives that say things like, "Oh, they just follow guidance." I'm like, oh, what does that look like for you? Do I follow guidance? To a point. I question it too, actually. I follow resonance. Oh, that's it. I follow resonance way more than guidance. If the guidance resonates, if it inspires me, if it challenges me in a way that's helpful, because we've all had readings, psychic readings, channeled readings at some point or other, and I remember a reader telling me, "You're gonna move." I'm like, I am. I just moved into my place, and I insisted I wasn't ready for that, and she insisted that I was gonna move. And how is it that she felt she had authority over me that way? So I don't like anything to have authority over me, and definitely not my spirit guides. So for me, the word guiding, guides, it's multifold. It's more like spirit family, spirit companionship. With me, when it comes to the unseen, the soul group, Masyandia, that I work with, feels more like we're in partnership. We're working together. And there is something that I know that they don't know. I know what this lived experience feels like. I know what these emotions feel like. I know what my edge of discomfort feels like. And I know when I'm on it. And I get to process that, not them. That's for me to experience and for them to help me experience, for them to sometimes hold my hand and remind me that I'm not alone. And they help me connect to faith. And my faith helps me connect to guidance. But for me, guidance, again, it's less about being told what to do. I wouldn't want them to look at, do this today, do that, and write this book around that, and write this blog around that, and do this event at this time. It's like, where's my free will? And they may even make suggestions at times that I defy because I'm stubborn. Even they are not wanting for me to give all my authority to them. They don't want to be the parents. So our spirit family, our higher self, our eternal being doesn't want to parent us. Our connection to the unseen is a partnership. So our questioning, what we bring to the partnership, is as valid as the all-knowable, incredible wisdom mystery that they hold. Okay. But they cannot hold our choices for us. That's for us to make. They can provide us an awareness of probabilities, highest probabilities, but we have free will, we have choice. They can inform us, this choice will lead here and that choice will lead there. We still get to choose. And there is a level of trust. How do you work with the unseen? How do you work with angelic realms, guardian spirits, spirit guides? And open yourself to receiving that without trust, without bringing your vulnerability and transparency to that partnership, without expressing your needs to that partnership, such as, I'm in a conundrum and I don't know what direction to go in, but spirits won't say go in that direction. Okay? It's our resonance. Spirits will provide the vibration of what's possible. It's our resonance that keys in and says, all right, that's a good direction. And spirits will align us to situations that will help us grow so that we can align to the highest probability that will serve us. So, I don't know, as an example, what can I use as an example here? Let's say it's a career choice, career direction. And let's say what you long for is more autonomy. You want to make a bigger difference in your work environment. You want to help people. And let's say that in order to be able to do that, there's a learning curve in front of you. Like, of course, if you're anything like me, you're impatient and you want it manifested right away. Okay? And you don't want the curve. You don't want to go around and not see what's around the corner. You want to see it straight line. I'm going there. That's what I'm doing. Okay? And life is hardly ever like that. So we get to be with the unknown. So for me, following guidance, trusting guidance, receiving, allowing, and letting spiritual guidance be part of my life is about embracing that unknown, getting more comfortable with the unknown, getting curious about it, and being willing to shift and change to accommodate it. So again, back to the example, you're in a career, you want to shift, you want to change, you want to be more meaningful, and it could be that you're held up in some ways. Right? And your thought might be, what am I doing wrong? Why do I get all the bad luck? And it's like, maybe you needed to pass an exam to get to the next step and you failed the exam. And then you get to struggle with your self-esteem, and the guidance is grow that esteem. Grow that esteem. Yeah, I'd be fine doing that if I pass an exam and if I got to the next stage and I can get that promotion and then I could do that. It's like, no, grow it here. So guidance might be saying, you need to learn to manage your stress level, your anxiety, in order to be able to grow, in order to be able to take on a new position that's more fulfilling. And you need to do that here, where you are. And of course, when there's setbacks, we think we failed to listen to guidance. So the biggest thing with receiving guidance, trusting guidance, following guidance, is trust. But that doesn't come without our own autonomy. That doesn't come without our own free will. That doesn't come without caring for and respecting our natural timing. If the guidance we get is go for it, go for it. But go for it might feel like we're going in through an intersection without checking the traffic. It's like, go for it, but check the traffic first. We got to follow our own rhythm. Our rhythm for healing, our rhythm for well-being, our rhythm for connection. So for me, the most important guidance, the most efficient spiritual guidance there is your own experience, your somatic experience, to be specific. Your soma is your conduit for source. Your human nature is as much a spiritual guide as angels, as guardian spirits, as the unseen, as nature spirits, as Gaia. Well, there it is. That's Gaia. Your skin, your bones, your structure, your emotions, what's going on in your body. There's your guidance. Your needs, specifically your needs, which brings us to your feminine nature. Now that is your most immediate source of guidance, what you need. When you realize that you're holding your breath, something immediate happens. You breathe in. Your body knows what to do. Your soma knows. I ask that, I say that to people, and I ask them at times when they're after something, I'm like, what does it feel like? Well, what do you mean, what does it feel like? I'm not there yet. Well, your body knows what it feels like, or you wouldn't have the desire. Mass India has said that time and time again. Manifesting our desires is inevitable. The manifestation, the fruition of what we long for, utterly inevitable. They said, you wouldn't have the longing if it couldn't come true. Your longing is your guide. This desire within you. So let's savor that. Let's cultivate rich, intimate, beautiful, intimate experience of this body, this soma, this wisdom that's in the body, this need for breath, need for connection. That's your guide.